Hey, what is up guys, MechlordGames here today coming at you with a video. Now, I know that I said I wasn't going to make any more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, but I decided to change my mind. I just, needed to find a little bit of inspiration to make stuff, so, I'm still going to be making Yu-Gi-Oh videos, so don't worry about that. I just, needed a little bit of a break, just try to, figure some things out a little bit. But today we are here with 5 Coppout cards that I really just feel like that it takes a big bitch to play these cards because it to me is so annoying to run in these cards. Number 1 on my list, Denko Sekka. When it's on the field, you can't activate traps. You can't, you can't set spells. You can't set traps. So any deck that actually, plays traps just auto loses to Denko Sekka if you don't have Solemn Warning. To me, I feel like it's one of the biggest cop-out cards because there's no fun in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you can't, play back row. If you're playing a deck that has back row, there's no fun in playing against someone who summons Denko Sekka and proceeds to just OTK. There's no fun in that. There's no skill in that. There's no skill in Denko Sekka. Yes, it is a good card competitively, and it is strong. And I get that, and I understand that. I just feel like that this card is a really big bitch-made card, and this card is for pussies, because it shows that you guys are too scared of back row and can't deal with, your OTK getting stopped. I feel like that this card is really just for pussies who, can't play the game, and play the game is how it goes. Any card to me that you can just win off of summoning it, to me, I feel, is a card that shouldn't exist. So Denko Sekka is my most hated card because it's just disgusting. It's just disgusting. I absolutely can't stand it. Number 2, Cyber Dragon Infinity. It's so easy to bring out. Rank 4s can do it. Rank 5s, who use, it's so easy to bring out because you just summon Cyber Dragon, go instant fusion, bring out Panzer Dragon, make Nova, make Infinity. Well, shit. It's so convenient to make this card, and it's so easy. I've seen Cyber Dragons make 3 of these in one turn. That, to me, is a little bit bullshit. If you made this a little bit harder to bring out, I'd probably respect it a little bit more. But because of the fact of how it's so easy just to abuse and bring out, I feel is just a really cheesy, stupid way of bringing out a Quasar that has a 1-on-1 effect. Oh, you summon any monster in attack position, I can just steal it. So you have no chance of attacking over it, because anyone playing this card will more than likely have back row to back it up. So you can't play over this card, because they'll just stop you from attacking and then they'll just steal your monster. Any effect that you activate that would get rid of it, they'll just negate. They can absorb their own monsters and give it more negations. So this card to me is just a really bitch-made card as well. It's so convenient and so easy to get out, I just can't stand it. 3rd on my list, lose 1 turn. Activate only if you control the special summon monsters. Pretty easy to do. When a monster is special summoned, negate its effects, and if it's summoned in attack position, switch it to defense position. That to me is a big cop-out, because you can't deal with OTKs and you can't deal with effects. So this is a skill drain on steroids. They limited skill drain to 1, but they'll let this come back. At least skill drain would still make it to where you can actually attack with the monster. This, not so much. Yeah, it's only negated for 1 turn, but that 1 turn is when it counts. That 1 turn is probably when you needed it. So making this card, using this card, I feel is a really bitch-made strategy because it just says, oh yeah, I don't care that you can summon monsters. I don't give a shit at all. It'll just stop you, and then, you just go in on your things. Oh, and then you can't ever attack me, and then I can just Raigeki, and then your whole field is gone. That, to me, is just a really big bitch-made cop-out, to not run Phoenix Chain. Because this is so much stronger. And cards like this, I feel like, shouldn't have been made, because it's like, oh, you limit skill drain, and then bring out something better than skill drain the next turn. So I am utterly disgusted by lose 1 turn. This card just disgusts me, and I personally feel like this card should not exist. Number 4 on my list, anti-magic arrows. Yeah, I know it's not TCG yet. Same with Infinity. But this card is still really strong. There's a lot of things that I could see this card being really good against. Fire Fist would have no hope if they were to play against this card, because you want to use anything in the damage step. Yeah, no, anti-magic arrows. It says no. You can't activate, spell or trap cards until the end of the turn, at the start of the battle phase. So you could literally just go to start a battle phase, start playing like El Shaddai fusions and stuff like that, and just like making plays and just, ditch and stuff. And to me, it's not that annoying because it only works in the battle phase, and I feel like that is a little... It is a little bit better than what its original text was, because it was, during your turn you can, or like during the start, at the start of the battle phase, it was something that could be played more versatilely. Now, like what they redid its effect a little bit, so it's still overpowered because you can't respond to it. But I feel like it's a little bit more fair than what it was, so I am a little happy about that, but I'm still not happy to see this card. And then finally, Chao Fang, Phantom of the Yang Zing. It's a level 9 synchro. Any deck that can make a level 9 synchro can bring this out. Now, its effect only works with the Yang Zing monsters, so that is the only plus side to this deck, to this card, because it only gets its effects off the different attributes of Yang Zing monsters used for it. So I am thankful for that, but it makes Yang Zing really powerful. And the fact that it is one card that can negate that you cannot activate effects of monsters with the same original attributes as the Yang Zing monsters used for the Synchro Summon. I've seen people lock down 4 attributes with Chao Fang and just be able to hold it, because like they'll use it with Bixie, so it's unaffected by traps. They'll use it with like Beyond, so it's unaffected by... they'll use Paleo, so it's unaffected by spells. And it to me is like, ugh. And you use Sawani with it, and it's like it's a 2800 beat stick, and it to me is a card that I'm just like, I'm horrified of this card, because it's so easy for them to bring out. It's so powerful. You can't kill it with spells, and you can't kill it with traps. So it's a little bit unfair, and it has a 500 attack point boost. So even simply being able to run over it is not really possible, because it becomes a 3300. And there's not, really many decks that can actually hit the 33. So this card, I personally feel like this was one synchro monster that just did not need to be made. But thankfully, it is only, really good to be able to be played in Yang Zing, because that's when it'll get its effects off. So, I am thankful about the fact that it is only available in Yang Zing, but it just makes Yang Zing such a bitch to play against. It makes it a really hard matchup. Unless you just go Armades, then they just kind of cry. So, yeah, that's my episode of Top 5 Cop-Out Cards. Let me know what you guys think about this video in these cards in the description down below. And if you guys don't think that any of these cards should be placed on the list, let me know for the reasons why and what you think of that. So, I will see you guys later.